Hey guys, welcome back to Front Seat Driver. My name's Jason. Today we're going to talk about my 2014 Lamborghini Gallardo LP550-2, how much I pay for it every month, how much I put down, what was the cost, and we're also going to cover how much my insurance runs on this car every month. You might be surprised. And then we're also going to discuss the insurance cost on my 2017 Corvette Grand Sport Collector Edition. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this video. Hope everybody enjoys it. Thanks so much for watching. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started. For a while now I've been looking at a car. You can ask all my friends. Every time we turn around we're talking about what kind of car I might like to try to get. Thought about waiting on the C8 Corvette, but honestly it keeps getting delayed. I don't even know if I'm going to like it. I'm not even sure I want the first year. I'll be honest, I'm really kind of sick of hearing about the C8 as well. I just wish they would put it out so we could kind of get past it. But I've been looking every night. I'll look on Auto Trader. I'll look on Car Gurus. I'll go McLaren Dallas, McLaren Houston, Lamborghini Dallas, and Lamborghini Houston, looking for different cars. I started out kind of wanting a Huracan, and it's just a little bit north of what I wanted to spend. So I thought, well, man, a 650S is one of my favorite cars. So I started looking at the 650 for a while, and I just feel like it's still more than I really wanted to spend. So I started thinking about maybe the Gallardo or the 570. I did try to get a 570. Kinda, I didn't really want to put down a lot of money, so it didn't work out, which I think was definitely for the best. And I was looking for a car with low mileage. So with this 2014, I was able to get it with like 3,254 miles or whatever. And so it did take me a while to find the car that I wanted, but I finally did. And so the downside was I did not finance my Corvette. I paid cash for it, which is a great thing. But the only car I financed in years was our Camaro, and I financed it mainly for credit purposes because I have some rental houses that had affected, one of the houses that affected my credit history. It was more on the mortgage side, so I still had a high credit score, pretty high credit score, but that did affect that, so I wasn't able to borrow as much as I would have liked to, so I had to put down a lot more than what I planned. Now, this Lamborghini was $149,900, and for me to be able to get the loan, I had to put down $70,000. That's a lot more than what I expected to put down. But the great thing about it is at least that keeps my monthly payments low. Now, I am paying $1,284 a month for the loan. I did it on an 84-month loan. I kind of wanted to do something a little bit longer just to keep the amount lower. They weren't able to do that, so I had to do the 84. Now, I've got a fairly high interest rate. It's like 5.85 or 5.89, something like that. I do have somebody that has already offered me 2% less, a credit union close to my home, so I may go ahead and do that. The only problem is they don't do 84 months, they only do like 70 some odd months, and that was going to bring my monthly payment up a few bucks. I forget how much, but I just didn't want to do that yet. If it looks like I'm going to keep the car longer than a year, I may go that route. But for me, I'm paying $1,284 per month on this Lamborghini Gallardo. Now, I'm a shopper. I like to shop around. I don't just go out and jump into anything, as I've said that many times. But I decided to shop for insurance, and I have a friend, a pretty good friend of mine, works for Haggerty. So I got a price from him for insurance on both just the Corvette and the Lamborghini. I don't have the Camaro and the other cars on there, but just the Lamborghini and the Corvette. It was about $3,584, I believe it was, for a year for 3,000 miles on both cars with a $1,000 deductible. So after that, I decided to call Classic Auto Insurance. They were actually not bad. They were still, though, over $3,000. It was $3,080 was the quote I got from Classic Auto Insurance. And for the Corvette, it was $1,084 a year, and for the Lamborghini, it was going to be $1,908 per year, with the value of the Corvette at $65,000, the value of the Lamborghini at $148,000 with a $1,000 deductible. So that was $3,080. So I was like, well, that's not bad. So I was actually going to go ahead and make up my decision of what I wanted to do, shortly after that. And then I did get online, and I happened to stumble across the Corvette Museum, the National Corvette Museum, which somebody had already told me that they did really good, pricing on their insurance, and you could kind of tell them the value of the car. So I stumbled across their number, gave them a call, and they said they would value this car, since I just bought it, at $149.9, which is what I paid for it, and they said, what is the value of the Corvette? So I told them 60, because Corvette World had offered me 60 just like a month ago or so. So I did that at 60. The total, they had initially quoted me with all of the same, $1,000 deductible, 3,000 miles per car per year. And one thing that's cool, I'll probably hit close to 3 on both cars, but if I only drove the Corvette 2,000 miles, those miles would roll over to the next year. So instead of having only 3,000, I'd actually have 4,000. So I thought that was kind of cool. But they quoted me $1,894, and I was like, heck yeah, that's awesome. I'll take that all day long. So I went ahead and signed up with them. However, because I did pay cash, it wound up only costing $1,783 for the year. So I am very ecstatic about that. And my friend asked me if I had made a decision on my insurance yet. And I felt bad because I like the guy, but he said, I told him, I said, I'm gonna have to go with the Corvette Museum, and I explained to him why, and he was just like, hey, business is business, friendship's different. So he totally understood, which I was really glad. Anyway, so that's basically how much I paid, $1,284, and then $1,783 for both cars. And on the Lamborghini, I don't remember if I said it. So the actual cost for insurance on the Lamborghini, though, the breakdown is $1,226 per year. So the balance would be what I pay on the Corvette. So if anybody has any questions, just let me know. I'm more than happy to answer them. Just leave them down in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer those. But anyway, just want to let everybody know what the cost is, because that was a big concern of mine whenever I was buying a new car. Not so much with the Corvette particularly, but when I was buying a car like this, I was really nervous about what my insurance was going to be, and I wasn't too excited about $3,000+ a year for 2 cars. I don't drive very often. But anyway, thanks to the Corvette Museum, I'm actually able to get it at in my opinion, a really good price. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope everybody has a great day.